What's going on, y'all? What it is? So let's go ahead and slide right into this topic, and I want to discuss this situation that's going down with Bun B and his wife Queenie. So back in 2019, Bun B and his wife were victims of a home invasion, and unfortunately Bun B's wife ended up being held at GP and basically was demanded to give up everything and anything that she had. Now Bun B was upstairs in the bathroom and he overheard the conversation, and of course something clicked and Bun B knew that something wasn't right. So Bun B went and got the strap. He crept downstairs and then he engaged with the perpetrator and ended up putting a hot slug in him. And of course the cops were called and the rest is history. The dude got locked up. Now the dude that tried to rob Queenie and Bun B, his name is Demonte Jackson. So last Thursday and Friday, there were videos that were circulating all over social media that showed Bun B taking a stand against Demonte Jackson, and a lot of people were calling Bun B a snitch. Now it took 5 years for Demonte to be finally sentenced, and it was all predicated upon the fact that his lawyers were citing that he was going through some mental health issues. But anyway, the judge threw the book at him. He ended up getting 40 years in prison for aggravated assault with a DW. Now my heart goes out to Queenie, it really does. She did not deserve that. Demonte put the blicky on her forehead and demanded everything that she had. So I'm pretty sure that those events that took place that day, those unfortunate events, will definitely haunt and taunt her for the rest of her life. I get that, I totally do. Now, although I don't believe that Bun B is a snitch, I have a difference of opinion, right, in regards to Demonte's sentencing. And I know that this may be an unpopular opinion, but I do see a lot of people agreeing with my ideology on this. I happen to think that 40 years for Demonte is a bit excessive. I'm just keeping it real, y'all, all the way a stat. He committed this crime when he was just 20 years old, right? And I understand what he did was absolutely and unequivocally wrong. But when I saw that this man got 40 years, you would have thought that he actually deleted Queenie in the process of trying to rob them. And he didn't, and we're glad that he didn't. But 40 years? Listen, I don't know if this man has any prior convictions. Maybe it's just the laws in Texas, but 40 years is a bit much in my estimation. Listen, I understand that Queenie will always be affected by this for the rest of her life, but 40 years in prison for aggravated assault with a DW, and nobody got deleted in the process. And then on top of that, Bun B did what a man was supposed to do and defended his wife and put a slug in him. So not only did you get popped, you're gonna get 40 years in prison too? Man, that's tough. Now, I'm gonna say this because I see a lot of people saying that Bun B is 51 years old, he's not in the streets no more, and rightfully so. This brother has graduated to doing bigger and better things. He has his business, Trill Burgers, that's doing exceptionally well, and so we get that. People grow and mature, but it doesn't negate his past. And in his past, he put out some gangster music that led the kids and the youth at that particular time down the wrong road. How many individuals have passed away because they were inspired by a UGK song that made them go to the streets and try to reenact what UGK was putting out there on wax, and they ended up getting put in the dirt? There's so many individuals that got dirt packed to their face based off of this gangster music that has been put out. And I'm not just talking about Bun B, I'm talking about any hip-hop artist that had a hand in facilitating gangster music to our kids and our youth and to individuals just in general, because it's poison. And we know where it comes from. We know who is enabling this type of music. Why isn't there a law that prevents, if they cared about us so much, if they cared about the melanated community so much, why isn't there a law that prohibits this type of music from getting to our kids? Why hasn't there been a law put in place? Because they really don't care about us. This is another way, and I'm referring to gangster music, to eliminate us. It's called the process of elimination. They're doing it through everything. Again, like I said in my previous video, the food, the music, the television, it's coming from all different angles. And let's not forget they're getting us through the healthcare system as well. And another thing that I'm paying real close attention to is the maternal mortality rate for melanated women. It is sky high. You know what I'm saying? So that's another way that they're getting us. And I want specifically melanated women to know that the overturning of Roe v. Wade wasn't for you. It was for them. You know who, right? Because they need to have more babies, because they're afraid of not being the majority in a few years. So I just want you guys to know that. But anyway, let me get myself back on track. Let me reel myself back in. But yeah, guys, I think that 40 years is a bit excessive. I can see 15 to 20 years. Listen, I know people, and I'm pretty sure that some of y'all know individuals that have committed far worse crimes where somebody actually got deleted, right? And they didn't get 40 years. They didn't get 40 years. But anyway, guys, what I want to do right here is play you guys a few clips. These are going to be clips of Bun B taking the stand and also his wife taking the stand and talking about what transpired on that day. Also, DeMonte's father actually spoke out and he feels like Bun B's celebrity played a part in his son getting 40 years. And also Willie D speaks out in regards to Bun B and he actually defends him. So there are going to be a few clips here. I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this and everything that was discussed. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, right?
She can't communicate. And I get so angry all again because she didn't deserve it. She didn't ask for this. She didn't ask for this. The next morning, she got out of bed and went down to the kitchen and I heard her scream and I went down to see what was wrong and she had her back turned. And she was crying, and I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" She was like, "I can't." She was just shaking furiously. I can't. I was like, "Well, you can't." She's like, "I can't look at those stairs." And it was from that point where we realized like she couldn't even be in that house anymore.
And has it been hard and caused some strain in our relationship?
It is because, you know, there are times where she gets closed off.
He put the gun in my eye, in between my eyes, and it was cold. Yes. He said, "Give me everything you got."
I wanted to apologize on behalf of my son to the Freeman family for the pain that you did endure. However, I believe that just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you should give somebody a life sentence.
I gave up on niggas a long time ago. Niggas is a lost cause. You would make yourself sick. You would give yourself anxiety trying to work, thinking about and worrying about how can I fix the black community. I quit. You got people in this man in the comments talking about he a snitch. Talking about, you know, like, come on, he a snitch. Y'all know what a snitch is. A snitch is if me and you decide to get together and do a crime and we get caught and I tell on you to lessen my punishment. That's a snitch. But somebody held his wife at gunpoint and he, you know, on the stand talk. Come on, man. You got dumb people in the comments talking about some, I don't care if it was my mama, I ain't getting on no stand. You was a dumb ass nigga. Only thing I give up on, all you can do, man, fix your house, man, fix your house. And you probably, your family, you probably got to leave them behind. You know, but the kids you raised, try to bring them up in a better way. But that street mindset y'all got, them stupid street rules, I quit.
Okay, so Bun B testified on the young man. Helped him get 40 years. Young man only 25 years old. When that crime occurred, he was a teenager. You know what I mean? He was a teenager. You know, Bun B promote all this violence in his music. That's why I played a little snippet of one of his verses where he was talking about booming elbows and talking about cluckers, talking about hitting dudes' sisters, unaliving dudes and all that. All that. But when that drama come to your doorstep, you want to cry in court and point the finger and testify. But you've been pumping this music, selling this poison to your community for I don't know how long. God knows how long Pimp C and Bun B been at it. But then when something happen like this, look what you do. Look what you do. Look what you do. You know how many young brothers done got unalived or locked up? You know what I mean? Using your music as a theme song to their life. You motivating them to be in the streets, selling elbows. That's weak sauce, bro. Bun B, I ain't bumping your shit no more.
To watch Bun B, honestly, get on that stand and cry. Not because of what he done. That's understood. But the fact that you get on the stand and you cry, knowing that you created this epidemic among our time, our era, and the other youth that came behind us, that listen to you and Pimp C music. And some of that music was straight gangster. But to see this young man truly take the initiative, and thank God he didn't pull that trigger, honestly. And thank God in the process of that ignorance, you didn't kill him. And them locking him up, knowing that he had a small level of morality and value for human decency. Because some people, the time in the era we living in, they would have pulled that trigger and shot that girl and never thought twice about her. And I'm just being honest. So therefore, for him to cry as if he's not a part of the problem, and the way that a lot of individuals think because of the music, you gotta think, let's be realistic. People, all walks, listen to music that comfort them. And most people, even women that acknowledge the lifestyle, and relate to the lifestyle because they've been in that environment, even that same music they listen to comfort them and they enjoy. But then again, you expect some of the lost not to live some of these things out. And just coincidentally, it land at your doorstep. Now, you cry on the stand. I just can't believe it, man. I'm just saying, besides everything else, you cried what killed me. You crying on the stand. Triple OG. Man, life is crazy. Man, God bless. I just can't believe it.
What some of y'all got a problem with is Bun getting on the stand and testifying against this dude who put a gun to his wife's head, who invaded his house, who threatened his wife's life, who threatened his life. Y'all got a problem with him getting on the stand and helping to put this uncivilized mutt away. Y'all would rather this uncivilized mutt roam the streets, or you want Bun to go out there and finish the job and risk being taken away from his family forever? Which one is it, you dummy? All you weirdos out there talking about this so-called street code. Man, there ain't been a street code since the 70s. What kind of definition of snitch are y'all using? Because I need to know, because I've been in the streets. In order to qualify for being a snitch, you have to have a pact with somebody else. Yo, man, we going to do this crime. Me and you, we finna go do this. However it go down, we gonna hold our mud. But you turn around and you get caught up. So you give up your partner to get your time knocked down. That's snitching, you dummy.